Hello students, welcome in your English class again. How are you children? I hope you all are safe and fine. Students, now in this video we are going to see the summary of chapter 2, The Address, written by Marga Menko from Snapshot book. Okay, so let's go to summary. The address. The address begins with a victim of war going back to her native place. It is about a daughter who returns to her home in Holland. She goes there to search for her mother's belonging after the war. She is victim of war. Okay. When she reaches her native place, she does not receive a warm welcome actually from the lady where she goes. She follows the address she has with her. It is house number 46 in Marconi Street in Holland. A woman opens the door and refuses to recognize the girl at the door. She actually reaches that address, but the lady inside the house who comes to open the door, she refused to recognize the narrator. The narrator notices that the lady from that house wearing her mother's green knitted sweater, so she recognizes and she get assured that she is at the correct address. Thus she became even more surer that she was at the right place. However, the woman did not deny not knowing her mother. Okay, that woman did not clearly said that she is not knowing narrator's mother. She got the address from her mother years before, and after running to her home post-war, after coming to her home, the narrator after the war, that is post-war, she notices a lot of things missing from the place. Thus her mother gives her an address of Mrs. Darling and tells her that the belongings of her mother and her house are kept safe in Mrs. Darling's house. She learns that Mrs. Darling is an old acquaintance of her mother. Thus, her mother handed over all the valuable possessions to Mrs. Darling to keep them safe. And after many years, the author, the narrator, thinks of going back to take all those possessions from Mrs. Darling. So, after being told to go away by Mrs. Darling on her visit, she goes back once again. Mrs. Darling denied to recognize her, but she didn't deny that she is not knowing her mother. So she didn't allow narrator to come inside the house. So the narrator just leave the house on first visit without getting inside the home. But the narrator did not leave the home. She goes again to that house, Marconi Street, to Mrs. Darling. So, on her second visit, 16-year-old girl answers the door. She opens the door, and we came to know that the mother of the girl was not at home. On that time, the girl's mother means Mrs. Darling was not at home, and the narrator told that her wish was there to meet her mother, to meet Mrs. Darling. So she gets inside, and the girl takes her in the house. The author gets surprised when she noticed the room full of things that her mother possessed. Means the living room was full of the things which were belonging of her mother. The room was not similar, but the things were all very similar. She stared to feel so uncomfortable over there, and she then had no desire to possess her mother's belonging back. Thus, she leaves the home immediately and thought of forgetting the address, the belongings, the things of her mother, taking them back. She just leave that idea immediately and come comes out of the home. Now she thought of not taking anything back with her. She is not willing to take anything with her. Well, the conclusion of the story, the address is, the address we saw in this summary, the intricate emotions of humans like trust, hope, and betrayal, as well as ill effect of wars, are shown in this story by the writer. Students, here the chapter gets end. I hope you got the contents very nicely. Please go through with the reading of the chapter 2, the address, from your supplementary book, and have the practice of reading every day. You will like it.